भीमातीर्निवासाय पंढरीपुरवासिने पांडुरंग प्रकाशाय विठ्ठलाय नमो नमः. मरुत्पुत्राय कवये भीमाय भयहारिणे श्रीमदानंद तीर्थाय प्रख्याताय नमो नमः. Dear children of God, Jai Sri Krishna, Namaste. I mentioned a phrase in a satsang one evening, the height of emotion and the depth of devotion. It just struck me, how should an ideal sermon be? First, let us see what it should not be. It should not be a parade of mere scholarship to impress the audience. It should not be a volley of self-praise or mere elaboration of one's own talents. It should not be a mere recitation of the scripture or a linguistic exercise. It should not put the listener to sleep out of sheer boredom. It should not be insincere and hollow. It cannot be a mere speech on the Lord. It has to be something more. It should contain the height of emotion and the depth of devotion. Now we come closer to our subject. The sermon should be a spiritual exercise, both for the speaker and the listener. When will it be so? Only when both have Shraddha, faith, and trust in the subject of the satsang. The speaker has to feel every word he speaks, or else it is a deliberate exercise in hypocrisy. One can talk about politics without feeling, about geography without feeling, teach physics and chemistry without feeling, but you cannot talk about the Lord without feeling. That would be a triple hypocrisy towards God, to the audience, and to oneself too. The speaker of a sermon should not forget that his is not a vocation but a mission. His life should recount from the scriptures what he has read and heard. Experience that before he presents it to the audience. The preparation for the sermon is very important. The preacher has to begin with to be clean and presentable. Secondly, whatever mantra he has had from his guru, he should sing quietly the mantra to himself. Then on the seat of the sages, the Vyasapita, he should remember an army of speakers awaits him before and after him, also warning him to use the chastest language and experience the noblest thought. Just as a man stands in the court of justice, a preacher stands in the court of God. The judge only knows what the man is saying. God knows what the preacher is thinking and feeling. He has to know that he is under a scanner. He can fool the audience, the reporter, even himself, but he cannot fool the Lord, the indweller of his heart. The speaker of God holds a very spiritually responsible position. He is talking to souls about the Supreme Soul. Inspired by his gurus, he has strange insights into the text. As the scriptures say, even untold meanings are revealed to him by grace. The preacher has a role enviable, but he is walking on the razor's edge. The Lord is passing a judgment on him as he is speaking. He has to be alert all the time. Eternal vigilance is the need of the hour. He is not educating the audience, he is enlightening them. Hence, he has to reach the height of emotion and plumb the depth of devotion. Emotion is muddled where human relationship is concerned. Emotion in a sermon is pure, not confused. It is at an elevated point where no human relationship can reach, because it's about man and God. That serenity of the feeling is something rare and precious. Secondly, it's the depth of devotion. There should be a deep bhakti in the speaker. A peripheral devotion is no devotion at all. Out of the depth of the soul, the voice of the speaker should rise to reach the depth of the listener's soul, churning his life with the rod of humanity. Discovering the butter of devotion, the speaker should present it to the audience, remembering it's not only the devotee who is listening, but the Lord himself. मैं ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी, मैं ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी, तुम रोते रोते आओगे, मेरे आंसू पोंछ जाओगे, मैं तेरे आंसू पोंछूंगी, तुम मेरे आंसू पोंछोगे, मैं ऐसे गीत गाऊंगी कि तुझको रुलाऊंगी. Thank you.